Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn our fifth chapter, which is charts in MS Excel. So this is the second chapter of our first term. So we will do it after the first chapter, okay? So it is charts in MS Excel. So I think you all have done MS Excel in class 6th. Basically the MS Excel is used to store the numbers, used to create the spreadsheets, used to enter the marks or for doing the calculations also. So today we are going to learn charts in MS Excel. Means in MS Excel how we can create a chart, what is a chart, what are the different components of the chart, and what how we can add different types of charts in MS Excel. Okay, so let's start. So let me clear you one thing that the chart is similar to the graph that you used to make in your maths notebook. It is similar to that. As you can see here, we have we have one graph, or in terms of computer we can also say it as a chart. So what is a chart is, so a chart or graph is a presentation of numerical data. So basically why you draw a graph on your maths notebook, what you do is you just convert your numbers, given numbers, into a pictorial form or into a picture form and represent them as a graph. So basically a graph or chart, it is a presentation of a numerical data. Numerical data means numbers. So we use when we present our numbers in the form of picture or in the form of graphics, so then this term is called as a chart. Okay. So a chart or graph shows the relationship between the different elements of the data. Let me clear this line to you, that how it shows the relationship between the elements of data. And now what are the elements? So for example, if a chart shows the temperature of the different cities in a country, so temperature is one element and city is the another element. So if you are going to show the temperature of the different cities, so cities and the temperature both are the elements of the data, and our chart is going to represent the relationship between both. Okay, like in which city what was the temperature, and in which city what was the temperature at. Okay, so now here we have components of charts. You can also say parts of the chart. So when you draw a chart in your when you draw a graph in your maths notebook, what you first draw? You first draw this y-axis and then you draw this x-axis. So in this chart also you will get the similar things. This is the y-axis and this y-axis is representing the values, okay? And this is the x-axis. The x-axis is representing the categories. Like the first category is the English and the second category is maths and the third is science. Okay, so here we have the title of the y-axis, which is marks, and here we have the title of the x-axis, which is your subject. Okay, so y-axis and x-axis are the two parts. Now we have this title of the chart title. Every chart has a title. It's your wish if you want to give it or not, but the title depicts like what the chart is about. Here the chart is about the comparison of marks scored in 2018 and 2019. So here we have the English marks in two different years. Okay, and one more component is this is legend. So here legend means the color of this bar. So here we have two bars. First is in green color and the second is in the blue color. So they are saying that the green color is representing 2018 and the blue color is representing 2019. Okay, so here are the marks. Here we have English marks in 2018 85, and in 2019 the marks were 95. Similarly, maths, in 2018 the marks in maths were 90, and in 2019 the marks are 70, and so on. Okay. Here we have another component which is grid lines. So you all know that these are the bars, but we also call them as a grid lines. These are the grid lines which are representing the data. Okay. Here we have data table. This is the table, and its corresponding you have created this chart. So I think you all are clear with the components of the chart. In exam, you can get the question like what is the difference between the y-axis and the x-axis. So the y-axis represent the data value and the x-axis represent the category. Okay, and we can also ask like what are the different types of components of the chart. So here we have y-axis, x-axis, data table, grid lines, chart title, data label, etc. So here one more thing, here we are showing the relationship between the marks and the subjects. So these are the elements of the chart here, the marks and the subjects, okay, in two different years. Fine. So now we are going to learn about what are the different types of charts available. um, Children, remember that in MS Excel we have so many types of charts available, but in this chapter we are going to learn about only 4 types of charts. Okay, so our first chart type is column chart. Column chart is very similar to the graph that you used to draw in your maths notebook. Okay, so here we have the column chart. This is the column chart, and here the grid lines, here the bars are in the vertical position. Okay, so here your data is representing through the vertical bars. This is the column chart which I have already explained to you. Okay, so here are the y-axis and here are the x-axis, and data is representing in the form of standing bars or vertical bars. One more thing, that when you add a chart in your Excel, you will get 3 new tabs. First is design tab, second is layout tab, and the third is format tab. These 3 tabs contain the different options related to the chart that you have drawn in MS Excel. Okay. So we will get 3 new tabs whenever we insert a chart in MS Excel. So our next type is bar chart. So this is the bar chart. How it is different from the column chart? As you already seen that the column chart represent the data in the form of vertical bars or standing bars. So here the data in the bar chart, the data is representing through the horizontal bars, or these are the sleeping bars, you can say. This is the only difference between the column chart and the bar chart, that the data is representing here in the form of horizontal bars. Okay. Our next type is line chart. So line chart is like this. So this is the example of the line chart. If it is not clear to you, don't worry, we will perform it in MS Excel as a practical also. So here we have 2 lines here. The first line is in red color and the second line is in the blue color. These are the 2 different lines which are representing the data. So instead of making the bars, we are representing the data in form of lines. Okay. Another type of chart is pie chart. This one. In the pie chart, the data is representing in the form of a circle. Guys, remember one thing, that if you are using the pie chart to represent the data, then remember that pie chart only represent one x-axis. Means this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. So you can only show the relationship between one element. Okay, let me show you one thing. So here we have 2 columns, one is for the x-axis and one is for the y-axis. Okay, but if we talk about line chart or column chart or bar chart, here we have 3 columns. First is for the y-axis, and x-axis we divide the x-axis into the various categories, and represent them through the legends. So we can add as many as columns as we want, but in the pie chart will only represent one column at a time. Okay. So your today's task will be that you have to find the answers of the this back exercise. Okay. Don't worry if you will not get any of the answer. You can leave that question and move to the next one. And in the on Saturday, I think we will upload the answer key also. And plus, what you have to do is, this is the page number 75 in your book. Here we have two charts for the practice. First one is create a pie chart for the following data, this one, and the second is create the bar chart. What you have to do is you have to perform one out of these two. Okay, you have to create either pie chart or the bar chart. So I think the theoretical portion is clear to you. Now we will move to the practical part. So for that you need to open the MS Excel. Okay, so in MS Excel, what we are going to do, we are going to add a chart. First of all, you have to create a table. First of all, you have to add the data in MS Excel. For example, I am representing the data of few students, the marks of the few students in two different subjects. So I think you all remember that how you used to draw the border. First of all, we will select it, and here is the border option here, and select all borders. In this way we can give border to our data. And what is the next step? To add a chart. So the next step to add a chart is that after inserting the data in MS Excel, the most important thing is that first you have to select it. Okay, if you will select these two columns, then chart will depict the relationship between these two only. But if you will select the whole table, okay, then the chart will be made according to this only. So after selecting this table, you have to go to insert tab. As you can see in insert tab, we have this charts option. The first option is column chart or bar chart. Second is to insert the line chart, and the third one is to insert the pie chart. So here are so many charts, but we are going to insert only these three. So if I click on this column chart, it will ask me to it will show me the different types of option like 2D column chart or 3D column chart, 2D bar chart or 3D bar chart. As you can see that I am moving the cursor to the different types of charts, and simultaneously my chart is drawing here on the screen. So if I just click here, then you people can see that this is the our y-axis and this is the x-axis. This is the legend, which is saying that the blue color is for representing the English marks and the brown color is representing the maths marks. So here I'll just add the data label also. I think I just forgot to tell you about the data labels. So guys, this is the data label. Data label means this bar is stopping at 50. Okay, so we have added the label on this bar. This bar is stopping at 87, so this is the label. Okay, we have given the label to this bar also. Okay, so this is how we can create a chart. So as you can see that when I just click when I click on the chart, two tabs appear. First is design tab and second is format tab. As I'm using the MS Excel 2016 version, so this version is only letting me to see two tabs. but if you are using any other version of MS Excel in your laptop or computer, you would be able to see three tabs here which were mentioned in the book. Okay, so this design tab will let you to design your chart in different ways. Here you can change the color of your bars, and this format tab will let you design your data which is given here in the form of numbers or in the form of letters or words. Okay, so these two tabs. So now I just want to change the type of my chart. For example, I just want to represent my data in the form of lines. So what I will do is I will just click on the chart. On the design tab, I'll get the change type option. I'll just click here on the change type option. As you can see, there are different types of options appearing here. I'll click on the line chart, or I can click on the line chart or on the pie chart. As I'll click on the line chart, then I'll be able to add the line chart. Double click on the type of the chart and your chart will be, and your chart type will be changed and the line chart will be inserted. So here we can see the two lines. Similarly, the blue line is representing the English marks and the brown line is representing the maths marks. Okay, so Mary got 50 marks in English and 87 in maths. John got 94 in 90, it's 54 in maths and 60 in English, and so on. So in this way we can change the chart type. We can also change it to the pie chart. So as you can see, it is only showing the English mark. As I told you, the pie chart will only represent one column at a time. Okay, so it is representing only English marks. Is it clear? So one more thing. So as you can see that my data is representing the chart. So if I make any change in my data, in my table, so you can see that my changes or my chart is automatically changes. So when I'll make change in the data, it will automatically update my chart. So is it clear to you that how you can insert a chart and how you can change its type? So what you have to do is, first of all you have to insert a table. You have to put data in the table, and second step is to select it, to insert it. If you will not select it, it will just create a blank chart because you have not selected anything. So you have to select it first and then you have to go to insert tab and choose the type of the chart that you want to insert. So I hope children that today's lecture is clear to you, and please try to perform the insertion of chart by yourself so that you could remember this step. Otherwise you may forget, like you may forget like how we did in the video, and when the school will start, then I think you people may have problem like how the chart is inserted. So try to do it by yourself. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.